If Fiverr is new to you, then I'm going to spend the next few minutes in this video trying to explain to you why you should definitely consider starting your own freelancing business on Fiverr. So the key question is, why Fiverr? Now, Fiverr is a marketplace which is absolutely full to the brim with digital talent, offering a wide range of expert services. Think about it like Fiverr is like Amazon, but for digital services, and then you begin to get the idea. And this is definitely something you can do. You need to make sure that you stay to the end of this video because I'm going to share with you some of my actual analytics, my success metrics of my business on Fiverr. And I'm doing that because I want to inspire you to start your own Fiverr business. Now, you can offer your services on Fiverr in full confidence that you're going to get paid. Fiverr definitely has your back on this, and this is one of the main reasons for doing it. If you're negotiating with somebody at arm's length or one-to-one, somebody you don't know, there's no guarantee you're actually going to get paid, and you could spend an awful lot of time negotiating, trying to get some sort of contract together and all the rest of it. You want that certainty you're going to get paid for your work, and Fiverr delivers that. Now, buyers can also buy from you backed by the confidence that they get from the Fiverr platform. They know that when they pay up front, that you won't get the money until you deliver a gig to their satisfaction and the gig is marked complete. So by acting as the middleman, Fiverr looks after both sides of the deal. Now, selling digital services frankly couldn't be easier than it is on Fiverr, and it's definitely a win-win for you and your buyer. So how does Fiverr work? Well, the great thing is that you're in control of the services that you offer, and you tailor them to fit your expertise. You're also in control of everything else, the pricing, from basic gigs to more advanced and even very expensive gigs and gig extras. As a freelancer, Fiverr is a great place to sell projects because you can win them and get business, new gigs, without spending a huge amount of your time trying to sell your services. So you eliminate all that marketing effort. I basically wait for business to come in and it rolls in very steadily. You can pitch your services by filling out everything we're going to talk about on Fiverr, and you just then wait for the work to come in. You can also use tiered packages to upsell your services, and this enables your buyers to take advantage of the more complex skills you have to offer. Don't forget as well the importance of communication with your customers, and Fiverr makes this really easy because they have a sophisticated messaging system that enables you to work with and manage your customers from initial contract to gig delivery. And of course, don't forget that Fiverr's global, so you are showcasing yourself to the world. This is an actual global map of all my customers over the past 5 years, taken from my Fiverr analytics. Now, your goal as a seller on Fiverr is to exceed your customers' expectations every time. These are basically my reviews from one of my gigs, and I've got 200 reviews, of which 197 are 5-star reviews, and you can see some of the comments that a couple of my customers, my actual customers, have made. To add confidence to the system, buyers pay up front, but you only get paid when your gig is delivered and marked as complete. Now, I always offer revisions and a follow-up service beyond the completion point. A happy buyer is much more likely to come back and buy from you again, or leave a tip, or both. So what services will you offer? Well, your first step is to decide what services you want to offer to your customers. You need to look at your skill set. You need to then go on to Fiverr, and they've got all these different categories, and you can go and explore the categories that you think you're best suited to and drill down and look at some of the services that are being offered. So find the appropriate categories and services and have a look at some similar gigs to the things you think you can do, and then you can start creating your own. There are two things to consider. First of all, how long will it take you to deliver a gig? Because every gig has to have a timeline to delivery. And how can you package up and sell your services to make them attractive to buyers? Well, the first one, I normally set about 3 days for a gig. I'm doing voiceover gigs predominantly, but it's entirely up to you, and it depends what sort of work you're doing. And in terms of how you package everything up, go and see how other people have packaged them up, and then you'll get inspiration to put your own group of services and packages together. Let's take a brief look at your seller profile. You'll need to present yourself in your seller profile, and to do this, I really strongly recommend that you include a high quality photo showing your face. Your profile includes your skills, your experience, your education, languages, and your social media accounts. This is just a sort of quick snapshot of part of my profile. Let's turn now to creating your first gig. Once you've got your profile complete, it's time to create your first gig. And a gig is a specific service that you're offering. You should try to explain your gig from the perspective of your customer. What are the main benefits for them? Try to anticipate questions they may have by filling out some of the questions in the FAQ section. Your pricing is set and clearly stated. What you charge is entirely up to you, but you basically set your pricing out there, and customers therefore know exactly what they're going to be paying. And of course you can add gig extras like some of these, which they can add with just one click, and this enables you to increase the value of your fixed gig packages. A winning description is the key to converting your gig into a sale. Ensure you are clear and direct. Now, I teach copywriting amongst other things, and there's a great little acronym, AIDA, and this is absolutely perfect for this. Let me explain it. AIDA, A-I-D-A, attention, why are you the right person for the job? Interest, double down and explain your expertise. Desire, why will people be buying from you, be solving their problem? And you want to explain to them how you can solve the problem for them, and that'll make them feel better and make them feel very much attracted to want to buy from you. And finally, action. Ensure you have a call to action. Buy now. Let's take a quick look at gig images and videos. These are really important. Now, this is the style of the images I use on Fiverr. Mostly I'm offering British voiceovers, so I want to have a British flag in there. And your gig will need a great image, and I recommend that you create all your images with a similar design so your gigs stand out. And of course, if you're not very good at this, you can always get a gig image made on Fiverr itself. Next, your gig will require a great video to promote your gig. These make a huge difference to conversions. Definitely want to include one. This is your chance to sell yourself to your customer. Let's play this one.
Freddie was at home reading his favourite book to his dog Henry. "Henry," said Freddie, "don't you think it would be great to listen to this book on my iPad?" "Woof," said Henry, pricking up his ears. "We could sit here and both listen to the book together." "Woof," said Henry again, wondering if this might involve food. "Then you and I could follow the words in the book and learn new words too." "Woof," said Henry, now wondering where this was going. "I think we should order John's Fiverr gig right now, don't you, Henry?" "Woof," said Henry again, always willing to agree with Freddie. "Brilliant," said Freddie. "Let's search on children's book voiceover right now." "Woof," said Henry again, sportively. "Then we can go and find Mummy and have tea." "Woof, woof," said Henry, thinking that tea was much more what he had in mind. Order today, exclusively on Fiverr.
Let's take a look at pricing, packages and extras in a bit more detail. You need to set your pricing, and the first thing you should do is to check out what your competitors are selling their services for, and you need to delve into these. You can't just take them on the face value. You need to go and see exactly how they've structured their gigs, because there's all sorts of different ways to do it. But whatever you do, make sure that you're competitive. You need to create multiple price points with gig packages, different levels and features. Here are some examples from somebody. This is not one of my gigs, but somebody else's gig, but it gives you a very good idea of how the package system works. And of course, don't forget, you can always add these great gig extras, which will increase the value of your gig for extra services, and these apply to all packages. Don't forget, you can also set a finite number to the revisions you're prepared to do. Revisions can be a real time sink, but always bear in mind the importance of good customer service and going beyond your customers' expectations. Order requirements. This is the chance, and this is part of the order process, and it's your chance to make sure that you have all the information you need to get started, and you explain very clearly in your gig what the requirements are. If you have standard questions you need answered, this is the time to ask them. Often these may be things that the customer has not even thought of, so they're really worthwhile to get right. A quick word on the platform integrity. Fiverr offers a secure marketplace for both buyers and sellers, which means you can conduct your business with confidence. And I say, I have done over 700 gigs, and I've never had a problem with getting paid for a gig when somebody has asked to buy from me. The keys to success are: be responsive. So when somebody reaches out to you with a message or places an order, respond straight away. Be friendly. At all times, be friendly. Only conduct your business on the platform. Don't take your business off the platform. It's against the T's and C's, but I strongly advise you to keep it on the platform because everything there is in a controlled environment. The minute you take your business off the platform, you're exposing yourself, and there's a chance you may actually do all the work and not get paid. If you need to jump on a call, you can do that. I think I've done one in over 700 gigs in very specific circumstances, but it depends on your gig. And Fiverr does allow this, but you have to be very clear about what you're doing. But otherwise, they have a great messaging system as well. And whatever you do, do not share private or financial or payment information with your customers. So I want you to prepare to get started on Fiverr. Now you understand how easy it is to sell your digital services. The steps we have explained in this video, you can complete in a day. Get ready to start creating your freelancing business on Fiverr now. Start planning your business. Set yourself some goals and targets for the coming months and this year. What are you going to achieve? Okay, I promised you I would share some of my analytics and metrics with you. So what have I achieved on Fiverr? And basically, am I a good person to be teaching you Fiverr? Have I got a track record on the platform? Well, I promised you I would share you some of my key analytics. So here we go. My lifetime earnings, you can see on the screen, over $21,000. I've completed 719 gigs. My average selling price per gig is over $40, and you can see my earnings per month for each year last year, and you can see the red line represents $1,000. So you can see how close I came to it on several months. Yes, there's a degree of seasonality in there. Yes, there's a degree of getting big gigs which come in and leap the value up. But overall, last year was a very good year. I'm currently a level 2 seller. But you can see from this that I meet all of the criteria now to be a top-rated seller. It's down to Fiverr whether they want to promote me or not. That's fine, but you can see that I've been operating at the very highest standards, and I strongly recommend that you do too. Now, I've got 529 reviews from my 700 plus gigs. 518 of them are 5-star reviews, and that's why I get 5-star reviews across the whole rating spectrum, and 73% of my orders have been rated, and that's I think a pretty good percentage. You can achieve this. So I'd put it back to you and I ask you the question, what can you achieve? I believe you can become a successful seller on Fiverr. I actually believe that anybody can if they put their mind to it. Now, if you need some more help from me, you can always check out my Fiverr Success course. There will be links below this video. But if you're watching this video inside my course on free preview, then I hope I've convinced you to start your Fiverr business today and let me be your guide. So I hope that goes some way to explaining what Fiverr is all about, why I think it's such a great platform, and why I think you can be successful on the platform just as I have been. And if you need my help, then I'm here to give it.